The thermometer for this team. When he's hot, they are really on fire.
This can't hit. They have been in a lot of close games.
Now, what you think of practice today? The energy of practice, pretty good, right?
Strong drive by Jordan Woodard. Woodard. Sweet jumper by Jordan. Odoms comes up short. Tapped out to Woodard. Left alone for two.
How about that mismatch right now? Remember back in Morgantown, Woodard exploited this just like that.
Right around Adrian.
Sure.
Had a same team situation. Now a turnover. And Woodard cruises in for two. Ties the...
And Oklahoma State gets a road victory at West Virginia.
Yeah, we're approaching the dog days of the winter. So this is the point of the season where anything's possible because teams are playing for their tournament life.
That is a jumper and a knowing participant. The shot clock jumps in.
Who would have thought it? It's like close out.
Woodard sinks the three. Jordan Woodard.
Just don't take a lot of bad shots. They really work the ball to find people.
The turnover they'd like back. Lon Kruger's team.
Yeah, but you can live with it because it's a live ball turnover. And that's one of the things that Coach Beard emphasizes, but look at where the defense is.
Not there. Trying to get a split against Oklahoma, which won the first meeting 3 weeks ago in Norman by 9, in part because of that guy, McGusty. Odoms, extra feed, beautifully done, and they can.
Out to midcourt by Latin. Taken coast to coast, just off the mark from Dillard. Numbers the other way for OU. And McGusty pulls it back out rather than try to go over the top of Gasson. Woodard left alone. He's got a three. Bench with 4. That brings Mitchell Solomon back in. Midway through the second half of a Bedlam matchup that looks like it's going to go right down to the wire. Oklahoma State with a 3-point lead. Make it 1.
Oklahoma looks like we're going to see a little three-quarter court press. Token. See if they can cause Oklahoma in a sloppy turnover. If anything, they make them use a little clock. Back to a zone, which is interesting here. So on the floor, you got to know where McGusty is. And we know James is capable of knocking him down.
Shot clock all the way under 10. Woodard with the shot clock at 5. Pulls up. Knocks it down. Shot Claire is going to power right through.
I would say so. To the tune of what? 21 now? A little pressure. Token pressure. Usually back to man tonight. Well, a little 1-3-1 zone here. You see Allen at the top, so that's why it's a 1-3-1.
Woodard for the tie. How about that? For your first field. Jordan Woodard tips home his own miss. Earl Holden. What a takeaway, though, by Jordan Woodard. He'll cruise in for his second bucket.
Oh, you don't see Monte Morris do that.
8 points and 5 rebounds per game, but we call the Big Monday game. This past Monday, their home loss to Kansas. He was 0 of 6 from the field with a turnover. Strong drive by Jordan Woodard.
Now.
18 of his 22 in the second half, and we still have 8:15 to go. Woodard picks up his dribble.
A good switch there.
Odoms sets Woodard up. Hits a three.
Boy, this guy.
Again. We talked about the fact there were some big men for both teams with 3. Who would be the first to pick up 4? It was Latin. Woodard hits another 3.
You get the
from me, True Long.
You gotta play fast here. Gotta have something in your back pocket that gets you a quick shot.
Woodard gets to the rim.
I'd say you do that the last play.
Find a way to come from behind and win in double overtime. They just have to stop Jordan Woodard over these last 10 seconds. Woodard for three. Yes. 7.2 to go.
Gives West Virginia a 3-point lead.
That Oklahoma lead can evaporate quickly.
It can.
And that's what's happened.
OU is up by 5 at one point.
Can't pick up your dribble unless you have a place to go with it.
And he finds Woodard, who had an open lane to the bucket. 8-1 run for West Virginia. Largest lead for either team tonight, as it's a 6-point edge. Woodard trying to cut that at half and does so. Carter using the screen set by Macon, but feeding. It's stolen by Woodard. Will stuff it.
Well, you love that because it comes out of a timeout and it was set up by the coach.
Well, a run in this second half by West Virginia opened up a 15-point lead. OU got as close as 2 moments ago. They tied it at 69. Woodard, wow, takes things into his.
Like 7 sometimes. Look at
Stolen.
this.
Woodard trying to tie it. That's going to be basket interference. Go, number 7, West Virginia. Only up 2. 10 seconds left. Down to 5. Woodard runs into Ahmad. Got it! And 1!
Are they going to use him? Or is Lon Kruger going to trust his senior point guard? And he got that switch again.
Woodard running by Adrian.
Oh, my goodness. Wow. And there's the press. And there comes Woodard. Here we go.
Woodard for the win. Or close to it. He got it with.
Far this year, that's his 6th make. Temple got his feet set and missed. Matthew Temple, the former walk-on. Another extra pass turns into another 3. It's just a 2x4 they pick up.
I love his intensity, and he leaves nothing by chance. He brings that speaker, and they play music, and players get choices, but ultimately he'll play a little old school. They'll play some rap. They'll play country.
Evans on James, lost the ball. Woodard, long step for 2.
Oh, that was smooth. Has gotten away with Zach Smith with 4 fouls on the floor for a while. As Justin Gray, if you're Oklahoma, you may want to go and attack Zach Smith right now on this possession.
Gray's got the defense right now on Doolittle, who just gave it up. Under 4.5 to go. The lead's 10 for Oklahoma. Woodard ducks in. Oh, boy! Especially with a chance for an easy 2, as you mentioned. 60th meeting, Texas Tech and Oklahoma. It's a 10-point game with 3 to go. Smith has 4 fouls. Woodard long 2.
Nice little hit, and I think they've gotten more of it tonight.
That was 8 points, 11 rebounds, 5 blocks in 24 minutes against Kansas. He's in double figures with 10 and 6 rebounds tonight. Woodard, the reverse.
He's going to end up in the 20s.
Woodard.
Hits a 3.
Going on right now for Trey Young, who plays right here in Norman. Top 15 players in the country.
Woodard hits a jumper.
Catch it a little closer to the basket than where he was on that first catch. And Woodard follows his shot. Lon Kruger, both of these guys are very, very experienced, talented coaches and have been through, different situations. That's why I don't think either one of them will get ruffled too much. Woodard starts to drive. Over right Cook. Here we go, a little isolation. Watch the double team run at him. Nope. That's Dedrick Lawson, and he misses. And that's his first shot. He averages about 15 shots per game. Memphis has just 3 field goal attempts so far. Kadeem Lattin is out with 2 personal fouls. Jamoni McNeese setting a screen and rolling. Woodard and Lattin have been the offense so far, and Woodard bangs home a three. They play like brothers. They really do. They just have a good understanding of where each other is on the floor at all times. That's a beautiful delivery. Best place to look if you're driving baseline is to the deep corner, and you saw the Oklahoma defender just missed that steal.
KJ has 7. Diedrich has 7. But Oklahoma by 8. Christian James had a rough shooting night against Wichita State. Woodard rises and hits. That's Zams.
No, and where'd that go?
It's loose. Woodard's against Kessie. That's 13 straight field goals made.
To the free throw line in this game. A nice defensive effort. He's playing as well as anybody for Oklahoma.
Shepard steals the entry pass. Woodard trail 3. Got it.
You have to go quickly.
Shepard got a good look at the 3 and missed it. Shepard corner.
There's
Woodard,
their shooter right there.
Got to get it up. He does. And got it. He banked it. Rim. Jamario Rivers.
Rivers is smiling. He's got to get back.
Woodard back down the floor. Off the glass.
Size, he can get a shot off.
Short. Diedrich. Ryan was blocked. I think McNeese got it.
Yeah, thinking KJ Lawson thought he was tall enough to get that shot off in traffic. Here we go.
Woodard got it.
You know he's going to catch.
Kadeem Latin, both of those young men starters on last year's Oklahoma Final Four team, and Oklahoma will control the opening tip. Your officials this afternoon, John Higgins, Don Daly, and Jeff Malum, were underway from Oklahoma City. Here's Dante Buford, gives it up to Christian James. Here's Woodard. Game. They picked him up from out of Sunrise Christian Academy, and every Oklahoma fan knows about that school. That's where Buddy Hield went before coming to Norman.
He's going to be one of the greats at Wichita State. He can play.
If he can stay healthy.
Yep.
Major shoulder problems throughout his high school career. Woodard for 3. Darian Strong-Moore inbounds to Woodard. Quick fire. Yes. Landry Shamet with 4.
Right to the sternum of the shot blocker. He went right at Kadeem Latin.
That's what conventional coaching wisdom tells you to do. Go right into his chest, and that's what Shamet did. 5 minutes left. Woodard for 3. Got it.
With Milton Doyle, the transfer from Kansas, Northern Iowa's played a very difficult schedule. Illinois State has talent. Indiana State knocks off Butler. With Brad Scott and that bunch, it's a deeper conference this year.
Woodard thought about it. Now he fires away and hits with 18.9. Shaq exits with 7 points and 5 blocks.
He's screaming no foul.
And here's Woodard. Fires. Got it! 2.1 left.
Here at Oklahoma since Blake Griffin.
That's saying something. Ball kind of sliding off the rim on the other end. Albert Owens has not scored yet. He's not a big scorer, but he has dropped 22 on an SEC team this year, Ole Miss. Woodard, he needs one to go in, and there it is, 11 here in the first half.
Yeah, you cannot give him any space. If you've got to crowd him, certainly cannot go behind ball screens.
Woodard dribbling one way, then the other, creating.
Be like you, needs to tell Oklahoma that he could flat out shoot it before you came into the game.
Yeah.
And he's hot right now.
45% beyond the arc in ORU's first 8 games.
And what you have to do as a team and as a defender, you got to shade to him, and you got to understand that.
Oh, wow.
They went to Madison the other day. But even in those games where they played well in the second half, Bob, they had to because they didn't play well the first half here at home. So Oklahoma looking to, for the first time in a while, put 2 halves together.
Woodard, second field goal in the last couple of minutes, and he has 6 points tonight.
Nice job of Bradley just letting the play develop.
Woodard just kind of calmly dribbling out of a triple team there a second ago. I was about to say about him earlier, as he drills the
Was facing a situation where they lost a lot of guys. Wisconsin's going to lose 4 seniors. You can still keep winning because you have that next man up mentality of players who've been in your program for a year or two and are ready to get their minutes.
Woodard pulls the 3 and buries it. Woodard.
Layup, finish it, dunk it, do something.
Here's Koenig for 3, short. Hit his first, hasn't made one since.
I know they're an older team, they're not going to panic or anything, but energy-wise, it's pretty flat right now.
Woodard with a ball fake, beautiful, knocks it down. He's hit 2 to make. He has 8 points.
And he is not lacking for confidence. I mean, he is a really, really good-looking freshman whose minutes, I believe, are going to steadily increase as the season goes on.
Ooh, Woodard.
He's tipped by Doolittle, picked up by Radabaugh, and Woodard is in the passing lane and headed the other way. Woodard rises and goes the ease in midair. Now he just beats the defense to Strong Moore for 3. Woodard rebounds and a foul. Jordan Woodard with the...
Before you take those threes early in the offense.
Jonte Dotson can't find the range. Woodard presses it for the Sooners. Crossover dribble around Radabaugh for the lay-in. 15. He's got 6 games of 20 or more points. This is the 7th leading scorer in the country at 24 per night. He's showing you why.
I mean, he's really good. I mean, offensively, he's a high major type player. Have a little breathing room in the final 3 or 4 minutes. They've got to get some stops here. There's one of them.
Davis got himself into the air with no place to go. Woodard up and in to go to the rim against.
And don't take it for granted. I mean, he's the one that missed the shot, and that was a transition break. McNeese was able to run the floor and then make the block.
Woodard stumbling down, gets it to fall in.
Right there from Lewis. That previous possession, Chad, that was an ideal opportunity for Odoms to go back door.
Odoms attacks, leaves it out for McGusty. And now Woodard for 3. Yes, sir. Jordan Woodard continues. Franklin attacks the pitch out to Friday. And Kadeem Latin secures it for the Sooners. Here's Woodard back at the controls. Latin with a screen. The pull up. This is a 2, but it splashes home for Jordan. Retrieve that. Sooners reset. Woodard a 3. Woodard grabs his own miss and lays it up and in. He was just good curling. Looking for a baseline cutter. It's Lewis blocked. The second one of the day for Kadeem Latin. The 5th for the Sooners.
Doing a great job of Latin staying down, not buying the ball fake right there. Just used his size.
Woodard for 3. Yes, sir. Jordan Woodard. And played here in Oklahoma. Inbound, Woodard threw it off the back, caught it himself. And
in the semifinals. Here's Reed, blocked by Latin. And that's still his specialty despite the improved offense.
So quick off the floor.
Woodard spins into the defense, but he still gets it to go.
Passer from the high post can knock down the 15-foot J, and nice little hook shots inside.
12 points, 8 boards against Davidson, 11 points, 7 boards in their loss to Xavier. He has 6 tonight.
It's a nice skip.
Good ball move.
Oklahoma team that lost early in the year, and their defense has been, I mean, tremendous over the last 8 games, which puts them in the position that they're in. Yeah. But I think they have the top 4 right. Ohio State, Alabama, because remember, they're in the class by themselves. Ohio State, Michigan, and then Clemson.
5 seconds on the shot clock. Woodard in traffic. Wow.
Clemson to be able to throw the basketball down inside or get dribble penetration. Another turnover for the Tigers.
Jordan Woodard in the passing lane. He starts.
I think they're a little bit of a handful here. I think Oklahoma can throw the basketball into one of those guys, and they'll have a mismatch with Grantham, number 15 on the interior, who's more of a small forward.
Latin hasn't had a touch yet in the second half. Hasn't had to. Forward goes Grantham.
And that's what happens sometimes is when you don't take the easy opportunity against a good defensive team, usually ends up in the bad shot. What a big shot there. Too much dribbling.
Christian James has been quiet this second.
He has, and they've not gotten him involved in the offense, but I like this one.
Pretty stroke from
feet. Oklahoma has to do a better job of flashing from the weak side to give the person who's trapped an outlet.
We saw Jordan Woodard really giving Christian James the business. Here's Woodard. Wow, Jordan Woodard.
25 in black, Bennett Cook down in the low post, and Jeremy Morgan on the perimeter. Those two are a handful to deal with, but you got to get some stops here. Christian James has got to get going here in the second half of Oklahoma as well.
3 on the shot clock. Woodard has his first bucket of the game. There's an open Haldeman. Just off the mark. James runs it down.
Can't leave him open.
Good shot fake and reasons why. 13 to go. Here's Woodard. Yes!
Shot.
Division I head coach to take 5 different programs to the NCAA tournament.
The pressure early is already having an impact in this game.
James passed one up under the basket. Instead, it's Woodard for 3, and it's good. Malik Morgan came into this season as the top returning scorer, but through 2 games, he's really struggled so far, not even averaging 10 points a game. Those two go hand in hand.
The dribble drive for Doolittle off some of this ball screening action, and sometimes on the weave has been really good. I'd like to see them get back to it. Or watch Woodard Embo.
First 3 of the game for the freshman from France, Ray Ona Embo. Woodard.
That's pretty.
That is pretty. It's got to feel like forever since he's knocked down a 3.
Yeah, Matt Freeman's got to take away his airspace there, because he can make that shot.
Woodard left alone. You can't do that.
Every drill, and they're as competitive as their coach is, and that's part of the reason why they've been successful so long. Helps when you have some great players too.
There's Woodard.